Hello there, and you're here for the final painting sequence of the Richard lantern. So it's nice to see you, and thanks for keeping it up with it all the way through. It's taken a bit of time, but we're now onto the greens and the final blue. So let's go over, and this is the stained glass window of Richard at Cardiff Cathedral, as we've seen before, and this is what I'm recreating, I hope. First of all, on goes the dark green. As I said before, getting shadows is so important in glass paint, well, in any kind of painting. Get your shadows and highlights in and the whole painting comes to life. So I'm just putting a little bit in, but Richard doesn't have any. Richard, we go straight onto the bright green. I could put some shadow on those leaves, but they're so small it doesn't really show up. Now, green is a colour of English royalty. English royalty like dark, saturated colours, and green is certainly one of those. However, Richard doesn't have any. I'm just wiping some green off there. Richard doesn't have any. As we've seen before, he has the red, the Murray red, as we saw in the red video, and he has blue in his regalia. So I've got to get some green in somewhere, so I am adding it to the stained glass window around him. And green goes wonderfully with both turquoise and with pink. Not obvious combinations, but they look fabulous together. The pink I use, as we've seen when I did the pink video, it's a very bright fuchsia pink, known as purple actually in the trade. And green looks wonderful next to it. I've seen green as well next to a very brilliant, bright, candy kind of pink, and that looks pretty fantastic as well. You need to get the right shade of green in, but that's no difficulty, just try a few. So Anne is just having her little bits touched up and the rest of the green on, so she's very, very colourful now. And the final panel of Anne, I always forget how many we've gone through. Green is the colour of money, of jealousy, but also on a more positive note, it's the colour of nature, a very calming colour. I have a colour ebook coming out that I've just written. I'm just finishing off the formatting, and that will be free to all members of my mailing list because we are all colour lovers here. Another important colour within it, another colour of the home, is blue. And here I'm putting on really quite a dark, rich blue. This is what's called blue in the painting terminology, whereas the lighter colours I used before, I used a sky blue and a French blue on Richard before, but this is blue, my favourite of them. It's so rich. I've got a jumper in that blue, which I think I've worn on a video before, so you will have seen this. It's a very flattering colour. And a flattering colour for Richard and Anne to stand out against. The pale skin on their faces and so on really gets shown off by this rich royal blue, good saturated colour. Just get in within the fiddly bits. And this, I think, yes, Anne has just got a little bit on here in blue. Just do that. This is the final colour, so I'm feeling relief. I have done my colours in a different order on here. Generally, I always start off with the yellow, work my way through the warm colours, then go on to green, then do the blues, and I finish off with black and then finally the white. And I do the white last normally because it's actually a colour that tends to pick up all the other colours around it unless they are 500% dry. But for some reason on this lantern I'm painted out of order. It must have come up. I do 30 pieces at once. So I must have had a few of them finished while others are only halfway through, so I started Richard off on a different colour to normal. Oh, this is all the more exciting and adventurous for me. Right, just finishing here. And now we can see Richard and Anne in a moment, the colours finished and nicely showing with the light showing behind them. So you can see the richness of the colours that come up. So that was it. They are now fully painted and we are just down to finishing final touches, the outlining, which I will come to on my final 2 videos. So thanks for being here. Do like and subscribe and do comment. Let me know what you're enjoying about these. Let me know if you're not enjoying them, what I should be doing instead. I would love to hear from you. Okay, till next time. Thank you and goodbye.